Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending on when you're watching this. This is day 2 of the reading challenge for May. Yesterday I finished up, I read the entire book of Clive Barker's Hellbound Heart. Today I started Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. And it was a tough one today because I barely made it through 100 pages of it. But then I had work today too, so it was hard because of work. But it's an enjoyable story. It clocks in at 354 pages, so maybe tomorrow I'll read some more of it. Get a lot farther in it because it's the weekend, so I should have more time to read, unlike today, which was very rough to read. My thoughts on it so far are in the first 100 pages, I am kind of enjoying it. It's a little slow getting into, I admit that. It took me about 50 or so pages after starting to read to actually want to keep going in the book. At the 30 page mark, I was like, man, this is so slow. Do I want to keep going with it? But, I was at the same time, I was like, I don't know if I want to. I want to actually quit at 35 pages into this challenge today. I was like, no. Power through it, get to the page mark, which was hard because it just, not because it was slow. Well, it was kind of because it was slow, but the switching between the vampire's point of view and between past and present day was kind of hard for me to follow. Maybe that's my fault because I took so much time to, read it. I had read it this morning for about 40 pages, put it down, then had to pick it back up after work today. So maybe that was just because my fault. I read the first 40 pages at 6 o'clock this morning. Between 6 and 8, I read 40 pages. Then I had to come back after work and read another 60 pages. It could be my fault because I had to put it down for X number of hours, 8 hours today to, go work. But, I never know. It could have been that I just couldn't get into it, but I tried, and I powered through today to get to the 100 page mark, which brings my total for the last 2 days to 276. If I hadn't made that mark, I would have been fine, because I read 176 yesterday, but I was like, it's the 100 page a day challenge, I have to do this. So what I like so far about it is the fact that it's a vampire telling a story. I know this has been out for a while, but I'm just not getting around to reading it. It's Anne Rice's novel. They made a movie on it. They made a TV show on it. I'm not going to compare the TV show or the movie to it because I honestly don't remember either. I know I've seen them, or I've seen clips of them, but I haven't actually watched the movie all the way through or seen the TV show all the way through, so I can't comment on either of those. However, the book, from a book perspective, the descriptions that she gives of the vampires being cold, of how they kill, of how Lestat turns, the vampire telling the story, I find it very fascinating. I find the way she describes just the town of New Orleans in the 18th century to be fascinating to me. I know there are people that are going to be out there saying, oh, well, no, it's not that fascinating. It is to me. I know that a lot of people don't find it fascinating, don't find these kinds of books fascinating, but to me it is. I honestly felt like if I didn't have to work today, I probably could have read more. But the book is split into 4 different parts. I'm on part 1 right now. I did not finish part 1 in the first 100 pages. But I'm hoping to get through part 1 tomorrow and maybe through part 2. I think it's 4 parts actually. I'm not sure if it is 4 parts. I think it's in 4 parts. It might just be 3. But I'm most of the way through part 1 now. I'm 100 pages into part 1, which is good. And I'll probably get through the next few parts the next couple days. I'm off work for 2 days, so that should give me plenty of time to read and get through more in the book. And while I don't like the fact that it cuts between past and present in the book terms, like past being when the vampire's back with Lestat and going through like making Claudia. I don't enjoy that. To me, that's not. It's a little confusing to me because there's like not really a break in the book. It just goes back to the past and then goes back to the future. Granted, this was one of her first Vampire Chronicle books, so I'm not gonna be too much of a player. It's enjoyable so far. The first 100 pages. I'm excited to see what the next 100 pages do. You know, I may even finish it. I'm probably gonna finish this weekend. Let's be honest. I'm gonna read it a bunch. I'm gonna probably finish it this weekend. Let's be honest there with that because I'm really. The last 30 or so pages I read were really just, I did not want to put the book down. The first 30 to 40 pages, I was like, man, this is so slow. But then after that, after about page 55, I was like, man, this is a good book. I do not want to stop this book reading. I am enjoying this. But yeah. So I started the book today. Again, I had to work, so I didn't get a whole lot of time to read it during work hours because work was just busy. But I made the 100 pages today. It was rough for me because I just finished reading the 100 pages today. So I was like, man, if I don't make it, I'm going to be sad because I was so close. I'm recording today like 8 o'clock at night because I just wrapped up the 100-page challenge for today. Should have been done earlier, but like I said, I had to work. So anyway, guys, I'm enjoying the book now. I did not start off enjoying it, but I am now. So that's great for me. Once I start enjoying it, I'm like, I don't want to stop reading. And I cannot wait for tomorrow's child to wake up tomorrow and read another 100 pages. Maybe I'll read more, who knows. But, so, I'm reading Interview with the Vampire for like at least a couple days. Maybe just tomorrow, who knows. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But, I'm enjoying it now. I did not enjoy it at first. Like I said, it was not enjoyable at first. The first 40 pages, I was like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to read this book. I felt it was awful, but, you know, around 55, 60, page 55, 60 is when I was like, man, this is actually a great book now. I don't know why it changed my mind. Maybe it was because I was more focused on reading at that time, and this morning I was like, man, I gotta go to work. I gotta do all this other shit today. But after the 55, 60 mark, I was like, man, let's go. This is a great book. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm really excited to get through the rest of part 1 because part 1's picking up to be pretty good right now. Where I'm in part 1 is they just made Claudia in the book. So, in my book, that's page 100. So, I don't know where, if you guys are reading, if you guys have read it and where it's in your books, but in my book, it's just around page 100. So, that's where I am. In my book. Everyone's book could be different, you know, but that's where I am in mine. It's a 354-page book, I think. Yeah, 354-page book. It's a great storytelling, but, you know, I like horror things, so that's what I'm focusing on is horror things this month. So, yeah. Alright, guys. Well, that's where I am today. I know it's a short video, but I want to get this out before it gets too late in the day. Alright, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.